In the quiet town of Owerri, there was a boarding school named Hilltop Girls' School. The school had tall mango trees, long sandy paths, and big white buildings where children studied and lived. From the outside, it looked peaceful. But inside the school lived a woman who made every child tremble with fear. Her name was Madam Oka, the headmistress. Madam Oka was not like other adults. She was always frowning. She never smiled. Her eyes were sharp like broken glass, and when she walked, her shoes made loud knocks on the school floor, making children run away and hide. If Madam Oka called your name, you knew that day would not end well. Many people wondered why she was always so angry. The students gossiped in whispers. Maybe she is lonely. Maybe she doesn't have a husband. Which man will marry someone like her? This one go beat her husband for house o, another child would joke, and they all giggled softly, making sure she never heard them. Life in a boarding school was already hard, but living in a boarding school with Madam Oka made it feel like a nightmare. She punished students for little things. If your shirt was not tucked in, if your hair was too rough, if you walked too slowly, or even if you laughed loudly. Madam Oka did not care. She punished everybody. But the worst thing she did, something that made every student fear her even more, was that she seized their provisions. Anytime parents brought food for their children, milk, Milo, cornflakes, biscuits, even sardines, Madam Oka would go from bed to bed in the hostels and take them. But she never returned the items. She kept them for herself. She would tell the children, "If you tell your parents, I will punish you even more. I will also tell them that you are bad in school work." The children believed her and stayed quiet. Even the teachers feared her. If they complained, she would shout, "I will remove money from your salary." So every teacher kept quiet and pretended not to see anything. At the end of every school term, when parents came to pick up their children, they were shocked. "Why are you so skinny?" they asked. But the children kept quiet. They were too scared. One day, a new girl joined the school. Her name was Maria. Maria was different. She was quiet, gentle, and very well behaved. She did not talk too much. She liked reading her books, sitting under the big mango tree, and watching the other children play. She made few friends, but she was kind to everyone. Maria also noticed that the students were always nervous whenever Madam Oka walked past. She noticed how they hid their food, how they whispered, and how they cried silently at night. She heard the stories about Madam Oka, and she tried her best to avoid the wicked woman. But one day, she couldn't. Maria had just come back from the school gate carrying a small bag of provisions her parents had brought for her. She walked quietly towards her hostel when she heard that frightening voice. "Stop there!" Maria froze. When she turned, she saw Madam Oka walking toward her with her angry face. "What is inside your bag?" she asked. Maria held the bag tightly. It's groceries, Ma." Madam Oka's eyes became smaller. "How dare you bring things into my school without telling me first? Don't you know you must take permission from me?" Maria swallowed and said softly, "I'm sorry, Ma. I'm a new student. It won't happen again." But Madam Oka did not care. She took her long cane and whipped Maria across her arm. Maria cried out in pain. Then Madam Oka snatched the bag and walked away proudly, leaving Maria standing there with tears in her eyes. That night, Maria could not sleep. Her arm hurt from the cane. Her stomach rumbled from hunger. And her heart burned with anger. "Why is Madam Oka like this?" she thought. "Why does she hurt students for no reason? Why does she take what belongs to us? Why does she enjoy making us suffer?" Maria cried quietly. But as she cried, an idea came to her. She remembered something her grandmother once told her back home. When a wicked person does not stop hurting others, the earth itself will rise to teach them a lesson. Maria wiped her tears. She decided she would make Madam Oka regret all she had done. The next evening, when everyone was busy or asleep, Maria sneaked out of the hostel. She walked towards the small bush behind the dining hall. She looked left and right. No one was watching. She took a small stick and dug a tiny hole in the ground. Then she gently rubbed some raw beans on the sore place where Madam Oka had flogged her. She put the beans inside the hole. She added fresh pepper. Then she covered the hole with sand. She whispered a quiet prayer her grandmother had taught her. "Let the one who caused this pain feel her own trouble. Let the one who took from me taste her own punishment. I take no joy in hurting anyone, but let justice speak for me." Then she returned to the hostel and slept. The next morning, something strange happened. Madam Oka came to school looking very weak. She was sweating, holding her arm, trembling as she walked. She tried to shout at a student, but her voice cracked. By afternoon, her right hand was swollen badly, red, thick, and painful. She could no longer hold her cane. She could not even write. She cried out in pain and fell to the ground. The teachers rushed her to the hospital. Days passed. Weeks passed. But Madame Ocker refused to return to school. People said she was having strange dreams at night. Dreams of children crying. Dreams of hands grabbing her. Dreams of voices whispering. Return what you took. Stop hurting people. She was so scared that she sent a message to the school saying she would never return. A new headmistress came, a kind woman who loved children and treated them well. The students became happy again. No more fear. No more hunger. No more stolen provisions. And Maria? She just smiled quietly. She never told anyone what she did. She continued with her schoolwork. She made more friends. She lived happily. Till today, nobody truly knows what made Madame Ocker fall sick so suddenly. Some say it was sickness. Some say it was fear. And some believe it was the earth rising to protect innocent children. But one thing every child understands is this. When you treat others badly, trouble will one day find you. But when you treat others with kindness, peace will follow you wherever you go. The end. Thank you for staying till the end. Your support is highly appreciated. PLS, do click the subscribe button and turn on your notification.